Bang! Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News, Cryptocurrency Blockchain aggregated news show on YouTube. It's going to be drinking, smoking, and swearing. You've been warned. So here I come. In 3, 2, 1. Bang! Welcome everybody. Black, white, gay, straight, Christian, Muslim, Jew. Welcome. My name is Shomari Clarke. Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News. You are now about to witness with your very own eyes. Great show on Earth. Great show. In the multiverse. Bang! Great show in Dagon Multiverse. We have a great show for you today. All right, everybody. So we have a great show today. Lots of news to talk about. This is the big week. This is the big week, so we're going to talk about that. But let me just tell you what the stories are. First of all, it's good to be with you guys. It's good to be back with you guys. And first of all, let me tell you what the stories are. So first story we're going to talk about is Chainlink is going to be used for tokenized asset support. We're going to read about that. And then LUMIA integrates POLYGON for real-world asset tokenization. Bang! We're going to talk about that. And then in Britain, in the UK is giving a new crypto bill for regulatory clarity. They're going to regulate cryptocurrency as property. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to do the shout-outs and daily summaries per usual. So as you know, things are getting BlackRock style now. Things are getting BlackRock style. Things are getting heavy now. The big boys are coming. Here come the big boys. And so let's do how we normally do, and then we'll get to all the big boy talk, right now. So let's proceed how we proceed with a little bit of look, bang, and then we head on over here and we do a little bit of look. Oh, shit, I forgot to open it. A little bit of look on the coin market cap. So let's get that open quickly here. Bang. All right, let's see what we are working with today. All right. Price of Bitcoin, $58,966. When I left you last time, we were at, hold on, let me just make sure everything's working here. Whoops. 1 second, guys. Hold on. 1 second. Let's reject that shit. 1 second. Let me make sure. All right, everything's working. All right. So, last time I saw you were at $56,682. So we have gone up 2,300 and what is that? $84, something like that. All right. So look. All right. So this is the big week. This is the big financial week because, as you all know, we've been fighting inflation worldwide. And how you fight inflation is you raise interest rates, right? So the Fed Reserve, the European Central Bank, the British Central Bank, the Canadian, all of them have been raising interest rates, right, to dampen down inflation. And so it's been working, but America has been the fastest to recover economically, but the slowest to sort of get to the 2% interest rate, right, which is the magic number. We want inflation. We want inflation down to 2%. And so when inflation gets down near around 2%, then they start lowering interest rates. Lowering interest rates will make the market fly. And so this week, this is it. So first of all, let me tell you, the Europeans have lowered interest rates, not once, but twice. They just lowered it again last week by 25 basis points. The Canadians have lowered. The Australians have lowered. The Japanese raised interest rates, but they have a whole other problem other than inflation. Their problem is more deflation. And now America, we are the last ones. We are the last ones of the major economies, and obviously America, we are the majorest of the major. We're the biggest of the big economies on the earth. And so it looks like Fed Chairman Powell is going to lower interest rates this week. Now the question is the Fed going to lower by 25 basis points or 50 basis points? If they lower by 25 basis points, all right, that'll look normal. That'll be a nice boost to the market. We should see stock markets rise. We should see bond markets fall. And hopefully some of that love spills over to us in crypto land, right? Because there will be a more risk-on feeling. You know, there's a risk-off and risk-on. So there'll be a kind of more risk-on feeling. Now, though, if the Fed raises it 50 basis points, well, that's sort of a signal that there's some sort of problem that they're trying to fix. In other words, is it employment? Is it the jobs numbers? What is it they're trying to fix? So, and those are the two choices everyone's talking about, is 25 or 50 basis points. So that's this Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is the Fed number coming out. obviously, the major thing after the number is the press conference at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Wednesday. So watch for that. We should see a nice rise in crypto overall. You know, depending on which one they go with, the 25 or the 50. And we should be beginning, because now we're beginning to unwind, right? We did QE, which is quantitative easing. That's when we printed the money, right, during COVID. Then we just did 2 years of, from January 2022 till now, we've been doing what's called QT, which is quantitative tightening. In other words, we haven't printed fuck all. We've raised interest rates on everyone to slow the economy down, to get inflation down. It looks like we're now reaching we're on a trajectory to reach our 2% goal. And now we are going to lower interest rates again, which revs up the economy, right? It revs up the economy by lowering interest rates. Obviously, when you lower interest rates, people's payments on their cars are lower. People's payments on their credit cards are lower. People's payments on their housing mortgages are lower. So that kind of gives a boost to the economy for people to spend more, right? So that's this week, Wednesday. And don't worry, I'll be doing a show just after that, just so we can talk about it and look at it. All right, so let's do how we normally do. Top 10 of the day, brothers and sisters. Top 10. Hold on, let me just make sure this thing's... Check. All right, top 10. Top 10, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, Solana, USDC, XRP, Dogecoin, Toncoin, and Tron taking up the number 10. Oh, Toncoin's in the number 10. Oh, Cardano all the way down to number 11. All right, so what do we got today? Single digits up to single digits down. Single digits up to single digits down. Single digits up to single digits down. Single digits up to some single digits down. Single digits up, single digits down. Two single digits up, two single digits down. All right. Let's see who lost money today. If you see anything here, like, go get it, because it's on sale. And that looks like just about everybody. So let's see. Top 10 losers of the day are... Top 10 losers. Bitensor, Sats, Brett, Ordi, Optimism, Render, Avalanche, Filecoin, Pepe, and Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, holding on the number 10. So you know that Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, that's Fetcoin, Fetch AI now. It's a combination of Fetch, SingularityNet, and some other blockchain. So 3 blockchains came together to build this thing. Now, they're 5%, they're 6% down today, but look at that. They've been up 18% in the last week, so bye. All right, let's check out the 24-hour volume. 24-hour volume is, total market cap. Total market cap is $2.06 trillion. When I left you last time, we were at $2.09 trillion. So we've gone down $0.03 trillion. Let's look at 24-hour volume. Yay. All right, we're back down to this kind of shit. All right, 24-hour volume, $44.9 billion. When I left you last time, we were at $96.28 billion, so we have gone down $52.17 billion. All right, let's get to the stories. Bang! Hang on it. Story number 1. It's Chainlink to the rescue. Look, it's Chainlink to the rescue. Chainlink to the rescue. Chainlink is going to boost Farmsent's trade finance platform with tokenized asset support. Let's check it out. So, UAE-based, so this is over there in the Middle East, UAE-based Farmsent integrates Chainlink's blockchain technology. Bang! Chainlink CCIP ensures secure cross-chain communication, while Proof of Reserve verifies real-time backing of the tokenized assets. Nice. So as all you guys know, tokenization of real-world assets is going to be huge. Everyone's talking about it. BlackRock's talking about it. Jamie Dimon over at JP Morgan talking about it. All of them are talking about it. This is the future. Tokenization of real-world assets. Your home, your car, whole bunch of shit. Your kids, slap a QR code on its ass, tokenize it. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. Your mark of the beast. All right, look. Chainlink CCIP ensures secure cross-chain communication, while Proof of Reserve verifies, oh, I already read that, the backing. So look, in a recent tweet, the UAE-based Farmsent announced its adoption of Chainlink's tokenized infrastructure as one of the pioneering trade finance platforms to leverage blockchain technology. Farmsent is integrating Chainlink's cross-chain interoperability protocol and Proof of Reserve services. So the cross-chain interoperability is just that. It allows different chains to talk to each other, right? And transfer data. Or I believe Chainlink data, maybe. I don't know about all data, all that. But anyways, this partnership aims to enhance traceability, secure cross-border payments, and bolster decentralized finance through improved transparency for tokenized real-world assets. And here's the announcement from Chainlink. Boom, 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 boom. So the role of Chainlink's infrastructure. Farmsent's decision to utilize Chainlink CCIP and Proof of Reserve is poised to bring unparalleled levels of security and transparency to its operations. CCIP is a pivotal component in this setup, facilitates seamless and secure cross-chain communication. Right? That's what CCIP is, the Chainlink thing. It allows the chains to communicate, right? You know that Chainlink is an oracle, and an oracle is a company that brings off-chain real-world data on-chain. You know, blockchains don't create data. They just record transactions. That's it. But to make a blockchain do a lot more, you have to bring, well, in terms of like, say, what do you call it, DeFi, right? Well, those numbers you get in DeFi, they come from somewhere, right? That blockchain does not create that data. And that, it comes from an oracle, and most likely Chainlink. Chainlink provides 90% of DeFi numbers, you know, the DeFi data. And so they bring real world, they bring real world data and they put it on chain. And so the CCIP thing now allows the chains to talk amongst each other even, right? All right, so there you go. So this allows for efficient management of transactions across different blockchain networks, reducing the risk of fraud and errors. Additionally, to ensure accurate and tamper-proof data transfers, CCIP enhances the reliability of cross-border payments. Proof of Reserve, another key feature from Chainlink, provides real-time verification of the assets backing the tokens. This service ensures that the tokenized assets listed on Farmsent's platform are backed by actual reserves. So, you know, there's the whole thing about Tether. People wonder, does Tether really have that amount of money or not, right? Well, this is going to guarantee that something like a Tether or anything that is issuing a real-world asset token, that asset is actually there, you know? You can't just issue a token for a house and then, you know, there is no fucking house, right? So this not only fortifies trust among stakeholders, but also aligns with global regulatory standards for asset-backed tokenization. So the integration of Chainlink's technology will significantly streamline Farmsent's cross-border trade processes. The CCIP's ability to enable secure and interoperable transactions across multiple blockchain networks is particularly beneficial for Farmsent's operations. The enhanced traceability afforded by blockchain technology ensures that all transactions are transparent and verifiable, reducing the potential for fraud and disputes. That's the beauty of the blockchain. You can verify the transaction, right? Motherfuckers can't fuck around. And so, bang, there we go. We don't talk about price. There we go. So, Chainlink once again to the rescue. This time helping out Farmsent prove, first of all, to talk to other blockchains, but then prove that they actually have the assets that are tokenized. So that is great, great, great. It provides just confidence in that you are dealing with a secure, true company. All right, let's move on. Bang! LUMIA. All right, LUMIA. Called. All right. LUMIA introduces L2 blockchain for real-world assets, and this one's using POLYGON. So, again, another real-world asset story, another tokenization, right? That's the future. Tokenizing real-world assets is the future. So, if you're going to invest in blockchain, you're already invested, you know, the fact that that blockchain offers services or someone in their ecosystem offers real-world asset tokenization, that's a big deal right now. That's a big deal. And only going to get bigger. Just saying, just saying. All right, so look. LUMIA launches an L2 tool for real-world assets. To improve on-chain liquidity and expand access. The network integrates Polygon's AG layer for near-instant cross-chain transactions. So again, cross-chain transactions again, right? It's kind of like, they're networking the blockchains now, that the blockchains can sort of talk to each other and transfer data amongst each other. Not talk to each other, but transfer data amongst each other, right? Honestly, this is basically the same story I read you just a second ago about Chainlink doing the same thing, except these guys are doing it now on this thing. All right, so, but it's basically the same story. So what I guess what I'm trying to say to you is, do you see all the major blockchains, all the successful ones, they're starting to offer real-world asset tokenization now. It's a big deal, big deal, big deal. If the blockchain you're invested in is offering real-world asset tokenization, look, don't be afraid to buy more. Don't be afraid to buy more. All right, just saying, just my opinion. Not financial advice. LUMIA has announced the launch of its Layer 2 network, specifically, designed for real-world assets. This will help increase on-chain liquidity, expand the audience, and open up new opportunities for tokenized assets. LUMIA's modular L2 network offers greater capital efficiency, making it one of the first roll-ups tailored for RWAs. Assets the networks allow for tokenization include real estate, commodities, art, stocks, and financial indices. Polygon AG layer integration improves cross-chain transactions. So here we go again. The chains talking to each other, transacting across each other. LUMIA's L2 network introduces the Polygon AG layer, which supports fast cross-chain transfers through ZK proofs, which also reduces load times. It also improves LUMIA Stream, the platform's liquidity module, and capital management to help traders extract maximum profit from every trade made on LUMIA 2. LUMIA Stream aims to solve the problem of liquidity fragmentation by providing deep liquidity. It integrates the most liquid centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges into one decentralized source that allows DeFi protocols to access large liquidity pools. Exactly. That's what you need, right? If there ain't no liquidity, then motherfuckers are stuck and they can't sell. Well, and they can't buy, right? Obviously. Right? You need a nice liquid market to buy and sell. So for liquidity providers, LUMIA Stream offers unmatched capital productivity, as seen in the 1-inch tender, which processed $8 million in volume with $30,000 in capital across 28 assets. The fragmentation of the current DeFi market is evident, with Ethereum holding a significant share of DeFi total value locked at $59 billion. However, liquidity is spread across numerous chains, with the next 8 EVM chains contributing another $22 billion. LUMIA aims to consolidate this liquidity, so combine the $59 billion with the $22 billion and have what would that be? $81 billion pool of liquidity, right? So they want to consolidate the liquidity to make trading and borrowing more efficient. And that's the truth, right? I'm a currency trader. I'm a Forex trader. That's what I do for a living, right? My money makes me money trading Forex, right? Crypto's my side hustle. And so we can get in and out of any trade anytime. Yeah, because the Forex market is an $8.6 trillion a day market, right? So it's liquid as a motherfucker, right? Whereas, for instance, in the stock market, whenever there's a crash, well, you can't sell your shit fast enough because no one wants it. In other words, the liquidity on that stock dries up. Everyone's left holding the bag trying to sell. No one wants to buy it, right? And it also goes the other way. If there's a hot stock, one day or something, like NVIDIA's flying that day. Yeah, well, you can't get your hands on any because no one's selling them to you, right? That's a lack of liquidity in that asset. And so what these guys want to do is, have, like I said, combine those two pools of liquidity, the $59 billion and the 22, and make an $81 billion pool of liquidity. I mean, for a global market, that's not much, but for crypto, that's pretty good. And that'll mean buyers and sellers can match more easily, as they say here, more buying efficiently, right? So LUMIA rebrands and introduces new token. With the mainnet launch, LUMIA will rebrand and swap the existing token, ORN, to LUMIA. LUMIA will have multiple uses, transaction fees, and node operations. This rebranding is in line with LUMIA's goal of becoming one of the leading L2 networks for real-world assets. And here's an announcement from them. So you can get a node for $1,000. Blah, blah, blah. First come, first serve opportunity. So LUMIA's L2 launch will be accompanied by a strong list of partners and service providers. I wish you'd put some of the names out there. Developers will also be given grants to ensure they adhere to the set standards from the start of the project. The aim of this initiative is to encourage partners and users to discover commercial opportunities and the financial sector in LUMIA. With the increasing awareness and demand for RWAs, LUMIA is well placed to gain market share in this sector. So they're going to give developers and that some money to, come on, build stuff on this, attract money, attract some market share, right? All right. So LUMIA's partnership with Polygon Ag Layer clearly demonstrates its focus on performance and usability. The zero-knowledge proofs that enable near-instant cross-chain transactions also improve usability and define a new benchmark for L2 solutions. It is worth noting that LUMIA recently changed its name from Orion. As mentioned in the announcement, Orion is a leader in liquidity aggregation, which is rare in the DeFi market. The goal was to offer a full-fledged solution for retail clients to obtain DEX and CEX liquidity. So, bang! So if you're a Polygon hodler, bang! LUMIA is using your ag layer for their L2 liquidity pool and real-world asset tokenization project here. So great stuff, great stuff, great stuff. And now, finally, bang! Oh, yeah. New bill introduced in Parliament clarifies crypto's legal status. And I want you to look up top. See that? Gov.uk. This is an official government press release. Bang! It doesn't get more real than that. Okay, so this is the real deal. And why is this so important? This is so important because we need regulatory clarity. Why do we need regulatory clarity? We need regulatory clarity so the big banks, the institutions, the financial institutions, family offices, hedge funds, everybody, even mutual funds, hedge funds, pension funds can come and invest in this space legally, right? That is what is necessary, right? So that they can come and invest in this space just like they do in the stock market, right? Just like they do in the stock market, right? They're not legally allowed. Like you wonder, well, man, why isn't crypto going up? Well, because institutions, financial institutions mostly around the world are not allowed, hedge funds are not allowed to put their clients' money into this space yet, right? Because it's not regulated yet. And if you're a hedge fund, family office, mutual fund or whatever, well, you're not allowed to invest your clients' money in unregulated assets, right? And so what you want is your government to regulate this space so that the financial institutions can come, so that hedge funds can come. The big guys, like here in America, Bitcoin and Ethereum are the only two digital assets that are regulated. So what happened when they're regulated? Yeah, well, BlackRock made an ETF out of it. Fidelity made an ETF out of it, out of Bitcoin. Right? Ethereum's got ETFs made out of it now. Spot ETFs made out of it, right? Yeah, but they can't make ETFs out of anything else here in America yet because we have not regulated the space. We have not regulated this market yet, right? And so that's what you need. And so, because you have to tell the big boys, what is the legal status of crypto? Yeah, what's crypto's legal status? Nobody knows in America. Bitcoin and Ethereum are classified as commodities. Okay, but what about the rest? There's the big argument, are they securities or not, right? And anyway, so that's the same argument, the same problem happening worldwide. And so now we've got Britain coming online saying that they are going to now clarify. They are going to give what's known as regulatory clarity as to what crypto's legal status is within the United Kingdom. But As soon as they do this, all the big banks, all the big money in Britain can now come and play in this space, can come and invest in, offer investment vehicles of digital assets, right? Without that, they can't do it. And what's so important about this is, well, Britain is the second largest financial hub in the world, right? The three largest financial hubs are New York, London, Britain, and Tokyo, Japan, right? America, UK, Japan. Those are the three largest financial hubs on earth. There's a lot of old colonial money sloshing around in the UK. Remember, the British owned half of the world at once, right? At one point. Yeah, so there's a lot of old British money in there from those colonial times, right? And so, you know, we want that money coming to us, coming to the digital asset space. Well, it can only get here if there is regulatory clarity, if those big dogs, the big money knows what the legal status of crypto is. All right, so look. This is great news. This is great news for us. All right. All right, the new government came into Britain. Bang. This is one of their first major pieces of legislation. Good stuff. All right, so let's read it. Let me have a sip first, actually. So this is great for us. All right, tech-savvy owners. So remember, this is a government release. So this is the government talking to its citizens. So tech-savvy owners of Bitcoin and other digital assets will benefit from greater legal protection thanks to an important clarification to the law. Oh, yeah, and that's the other reason we want regulatory clarity, is because it gives us, the consumer, legal protections, right? Like the reason FTX and a bunch of these motherfuckers could get away with rug pulling and stuff is that this place isn't regulated yet, right? Like if you get rug pulled in the stock market, those guys go to jail for shit like that. Now, you get rug pulled by a crypto company, so what? Well, what? So what? I mean, because there's no legal status to this shit yet, right? You're not an owner. You know, crypto has no legal status, so you're an owner of something that has no legal status here in America. So, you know, technically, if someone steals it from you, well, they haven't stolen a legal product here in America from you. You know what I mean? It's like if someone steals your marijuana, well, you can't sue them, right? If marijuana is not legal in your state, right? Because you shouldn't have had it in the first place. Like you're not supposed to have it, really, right? Do you guys get it? And so you get consumer protections by having this space regulated. If, you know, like you'll be able to have your crypto in your bank, and if the bank fucks up your crypto, yeah, they got to pay you back, right? The insurance company, you know, here in America, it's called the FDIC. Every bank account is insured up to 250 grand. So if you have 250 grand worth of Bitcoin with, I don't know, Bank of America, and Bank of America fucks up and they lose your Bitcoin or get hacked for it, yeah, well, they got to give you the money, right? Those are the legal protections. Whereas right now, you know, if your crypto is on some exchange and the exchange get hacked, well, it's up to the exchange whether they're going to pay you back the money or not. I mean, look at Mt. Gox. They just got their money back fucking a couple months ago, right? After 10 years. You know, you want to wait that long? No. So these are the values of protections. It's value for us in that we're protected. By now we own a legal product, and we can take legal recourse if someone does something, you know, steals it from us or something. But also what's good about it, and the best thing that's good about it, is now the institutions, the hedge funds, the banks, everyone, they can now invest in this. Now BlackRock, you know, can go to Britain and open a Bitcoin ETF. But more, like this is going to regulate the whole digital asset space. So there's going to be Bitcoin ETFs, Ethereum ETFs, XRP ETFs, Solana ETFs, Polygon ETFs, Chainlink ETFs. You'll see. And so that's the significance of what I'm about to read you. All right. So now let's begin to read. So Bitcoin and other digital assets can be considered personal property. Bang! So that's what they're going to be considered as, personal property. And just like any other piece of property, if someone steals it from you, you can now take recourse. right? Someone steals your car, well, you can take recourse. You can call the cops, say someone stole my car. Cops will go looking for it for you, right? And the perpetrator will go to jail, right? So Bitcoin and other digital assets can be considered personal property under the new draft law introduced in Parliament today, the 11th of September, so 4 days ago. Owners to benefit from increased legal protection. Now, if you're a crypto owner in the UK, you will have increased protections. Well, this law hasn't passed yet, but when it passes, which will be probably in the next month or two, you'll now have legal protections. Changes will keep English and Welsh law at the forefront of the global tech industry. So the Property, Digital Assets, etc. bill, that's the name of the bill, introduced in Parliament today, will mean that for the first time in British history, digital holdings, including cryptocurrency, non-fungible tokens such as digital art, and carbon credits can be considered as personal property under the law. Bam! Personal property, just like your house, your car, your underwear, whatever. Personal property, right? The bill will also ensure Britain maintains its pole position in the emerging global crypto race by being one of the first countries to recognize these assets into law. That's the whole point. Digital assets right now in America, the only two that are recognized in law in America are your Bitcoin and your Ethereum. Your XRP, your Solanas, your Polygons, your Morpheus, your VeChains, your IOTAs, your stuff, they're not recognized under law yet, right? So you have really no protections, sort of right now, you know what I mean? None of us do, I mean, really. Yet. So previously, digital belongings were not definitively included in the scope of English and Welsh property law, leaving owners in a legal gray area. See, that's what happens. You're in a legal gray area if their assets were interfered with. Yeah, if someone steals your Bitcoin, oh, can you sue them? Well, sorry. You can't, like here in America, you can actually. So if someone steals your Solana, well, what can you do about it? Well, nothing, because it's not property yet here in America. It's not anything yet here in America. It's just some shit you kids are playing with, and if one of you steals from the other, well, tough shit. You know? That's how it is, right? But you're in a legal gray area. But now with these kind of laws, well, there's no more gray area. You could sue a motherfucker. You can get a motherfucker arrested. Motherfuckers go to jail, right? So the new bill will therefore also give legal protection to owners and companies against fraud and scams, right? A motherfucker rug pulls you, yeah, you can tell your, you can go get them arrested this now, right? While helping judges deal with complex cases where digital holdings are disputed or form part of settlements, for example, in a divorce case. Oh, yeah, I never thought of that one, right? Right, if your wife wants to get your crypto, yeesh, she's going to be able to get a piece now, because it's legal property now. Whereas before, she probably couldn't touch it because, well, it's not a legitimate thing yet. So a judge can't say, yeah, you have to give her 2 Bitcoins or something because it's not a thing. So I guess there is a little downside to this. So be nice to your wives, gentlemen, or you know how it is. All right, guys. So Justice Minister Heidi Alexander said, our world-leading legal services form a vital part of our economy, helping to drive forward growth and keep Britain at the heart of the international legal industry. And that's what I've been telling you guys for years, right? I've been telling you, the top dogs are going to make the laws first, and then everyone's going to follow. It's a copycat world we live in. When America, Europe, Britain, Japan make laws, especially financial laws, everyone kind of just follows along, right? And that's kind of why you don't see many countries, Argentina, okay, a couple other little South American countries have sort of kind of crypto laws, but not many because they're all waiting to see what the British, the Americans, the Europeans, the Japanese do, right? And then they'll just copy it. Anyway, so it's essential that the law keeps pace with evolving technologies, and this legislation will mean that the sector can maintain its position as a global leader in crypto assets and bring clarity to complex property cases. So today's news also means the UK legal sector will be better equipped to respond to new technologies, attracting more businesses and investments to the legal services industry, which is already worth 34 billion pounds a year to the economy. It is estimated that English law governs 250 billion of global mergers and acquisitions and 40% of global corporate arbitrations. So, keeping the law up to date is vital to ensuring that the UK remains the law of choice internationally. So that's when big dogs sue each other. And that's that. So, bang! So there we go. So they introduced the bill just the other day. Give it a month or two, and it should be passed into law. And now, British people, British institutions, and British consumers will now have a regulatory clarity at crypto's legal status. Bang! And we as consumers will have legal protections, and institutions will now be able to bring their clients' funds into this space, thus driving up price. Right? Remember this. Their customers are demanding it. Right? BlackRock didn't just build a Bitcoin ETF for nothing. Remember back in 2018, Larry Fink said that Bitcoin was rat poison. Remember that? He said that none of his clients asked for Bitcoin or any digital assets. Yeah, well, how times have changed. Here we are 6 years later, and they've got a fucking Bitcoin spot ETF, right? In other words, the customers demanded it from him. They said, "Larry, dog, I got $10 million here with you in BlackRock. I appreciate the investments you're giving me. I appreciate what you guys are doing, but hey, can you get me into digital assets? Can you get me into some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, some digital assets?" Right? And enough big dogs ask him, "Yo, Larry, dog, what's BlackRock doing? Me and Joe and Billy here, man, we want some digital assets, Larry. Come on." Larry was like, all right, everyone, shit. All right, well, now that you're asking, just give us a few months. Right? Applied for a Bitcoin ETF, and they're like, "Here, dogs, here." And they're like, "Larry, man, you're the best, man. Thanks, man. Thanks, bro." Right? Yeah, because demand, right? The demand is there. And so, well, the same thing's going to happen in Britain. All those financial institutions, they're hearing the same thing. "Oh, man, George, man, your fucking company, man, can't you get me into some Bitcoin?" Yeah, well, now they'll be able to say, yes. Actually, yes, I can. How much would you like? What sort of investment vehicle would you like me to get it for you in? Bang! And so that's the greatness. That's the greatness. That's going to bring a lot of money, billions of dollars to this space. And I shall keep you posted at that. All right, let's do quick shout-outs. Just quick. Like, super quick, like the first 5 guys I see. All right. Drapa. Son of a bitch. Lever with the zebra, though. Bang! Node Savior. Dino Jankovic, our resident bank robber. Excuse me. Lever with the zebra, though. Bang! I got to go watch this NFL football game, so we're going to just hurry this up. First 5 guys. All right, all right. First 6 then. Biniam, Lever with the zebra, though. Bang! Andrew Richada, the enforcer. He'll tell you, look, the juice is worth the squeeze. Settle down. Don't sell yet. Lever with the zebra, the bang. Victor, lever with the zebra, the bang. He is the chicken. Sometimes in life you get the chicken. Sometimes you only get the feathers. Bang. Victor's representing the chicken. And DP Entertainment, so brother. Yes. Lever with the zebra, the bang. All right, let's get out of here to let's get back to the Death Star and to the daily summary. Bang. All right, everybody. So we had a great show for you today. Big news. So you notice the first 2 stories were the same thing, but different companies doing it. And obviously, when you see a lot of companies doing the same thing, well, it tells you it's going to be a thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? If one company is over here doing something and they're like, yeah, this is going to be the next greatest thing on earth. Yeah, but no one cares and no one's doing it. Well, it's probably going to just be a bunch of bullshit. But when you see blockchain after blockchain after blockchain after blockchain getting ready to tokenize and be interoperable, that's the future. That's the future, right? And there's many other blockchains offering or beginning to offer real-world asset tokenization services. So that's the real deal. And so let's start with Chainlink. Well, we'll just lump the 2 together because it's the same thing. So the first story was Chainlink offering tokenized asset support. And the last one was LUMIA integrating Polygon for their real-world asset support and interchain operability. And we talked about it. Blockchains do not create data. Blockchains only record transactions. That's it. To get stuff to work on a blockchain, you have to have, outside stuff, putting off-chain data on-chain, right? And so that's where, Chainlink comes in and it looks like this Polygon thing does the same thing. And so this is the first time I've ever heard of that. And so of Polygon doing something like that. So this is the future. This is the future. And so you want to invest in blockchains, that are offering the future, right? I mean, it's like, I've said on this channel since the beginning, like the tech bubble days in the early 90s, right? And at first, people didn't know anything about tech. Like, people didn't even really know what a computer was. People used to say, man, that's just an overpriced typewriter when I was a kid. And then, but computers grew and grew, and now, well, look at you. Now you're sitting here listening to me, right? And there was a tech bubble, right? Where finally everyone got it. The institutions began to understand, the banksters began to understand, the hedge funds, everyone, even soccer mom and dad began to understand. And everyone started pouring their money into the tech industry. Yeah, and that's what you have the dot-com bubble, right? The dot-com bubble lasted from 1992 to the year 2000. It was an 8-year run. Right, a hard run, dog. I mean, a hard run. Motherfuckers were getting rich left, right, and center, right? Like people, and I've said this a million times on this channel, but if you've never heard me say this before, there was a term back in those days called the nouveau riche. Yeah, soccer moms were just becoming millionaires. Cops, teachers, firefighters, kind of those worker bee type people. Bang, millionaires. Because they took a little bit of money and invested in Microsoft when it was like 10 cents. Yeah, and they became millionaires, right? IBM, when IBM was like 5 cents, right? And so that's what's happening now with crypto. Crypto is Web 3.0. It's the new tech bubble that's going to come. And you're the people, you listening to me right now, you're the people invested in shit at 5 cents, 3 cents, 2 cents. Fuck, some of you are invested in some shit like Shiba, 0.0000001 cent, right? You're way early. So, not that that's ever going to be $1 or anything, but still, you're the early person this time. And that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a tech bubble. Once these countries come into regulatory clarity and the big institutions and the big funds and just everybody get to come here, well, they're going to come here. Right? They're going to invest in this space. They're going to invest in these companies. Chainlink, Polygon, Stellar, whatever, IOTA, VeChain, whatever, right? And so that's what's good for you now. And so now's the time to accumulate. Keep buying more and more and more because you don't know, your portfolio might hold the next Web 3.0 version of Microsoft. Your portfolio might hold the next Web 3.0 version of Apple. And so you want to make good choices and just accumulate. All right. And then finally, there's a new UK bill to give regulatory clarity. And so I literally just read the story, so we don't need to go over it too much again. But I'm just going to say that's what's needed. This is what's needed, regulatory clarity. And that's what's needed big time here in America, right? We need Congress, right? It's not Joe Biden's fault. It's not the Fed Reserve's fault. It's Congress. Congress has to pass the laws, right? Congress passes laws. Presidents don't pass laws. They can write executive orders, but Congress has to pass laws, and so, and it looks like the crypto, fuck the word crypto, the distributed ledger technology, the digital asset industry is now getting bipartisan support from both parties here in America. And so I wouldn't be surprised if after the election, but before the next president comes in, we might get some crypto laws. Because they've got it all written out already. Now they just have to kind of vote on them, right? Vote on a few laws. I think there's like 3 major crypto laws right now in America, but that haven't been voted on by the Senate or by Congress yet. And so, right now they're all in, kissing babies and eating hot dogs at county fairs trying to get votes, right? But after the voting's all over, after the dust settles after November 5th, well, then they got to go back to work before the next president comes, right? They still have to work, right? The next president comes in on January 20th, right? The election is November 5th. So November, December, January, you still got work to do. So I hope we can even get a crypto law done before the next president. So we'll see. But when that happens, that's what brings the institutional money. That's what brings safety to the consumer. Because now you have the status of what you own, right? Like, so in Britain, it's going to be property. And you're going to have the same rights as any other piece of property, like a car or a house. Someone steals it from you. All right, well, you can get them sued or whatever. Whatever, right? You have the same rights as any other, as any other piece of property you own. And so that's great. And again, the big institutions can now put their clients' money into this space legally, right? The funds, the hedge funds, everybody. Okay, so that's what's great. So we have great news. And remember, this Wednesday, bang, bang, the Fed Reserve interest rate announcement. If it's 25 basis points, all right, I think we should be real nice. Everyone will be real happy with that. If it's 50, it might scare the market a little. People might get a little nervous, like, why are you raising it so high so fast, right? So we have to see. But I mean, also, they could raise it 50 and the market's just like, yay, and we fly. So who knows? But we'll just have to see. But remember, Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in America. Fed Chairman Powell releases the interest rate numbers, and then at 2:30 he has the press conference. And the press conference is so important because, you know, the reporters, the news, the press gets to ask him questions, right? And so it gives sort of insight into what the Fed's thinking, you know, how they're feeling about the market, blah, blah, blah. So you get a deeper understanding, not just, okay, we got a basis cut, 25 basis cut or 50 basis cut, but you get into the mind of what the board members of the Fed are thinking. And that's the most important thing. That's called forward guidance. So you get kind of, right, how do we know that they're cutting rates this Wednesday? Because Powell gave us forward guidance last month about it. He said, yeah, we're pretty much going to cut rates, you know, depending on the data, but which means we're going to cut rates. And so that's how everybody knows, right? So it's always good to listen to the press conference of the Fed Reserve announcements because that's the heart of it. You get to see like what they're thinking about the near future. Okay? So on that note, let's shill it and kill it. Bang! Let's get you back to your wives and lives. Look, subscribe below and press the bell. You will get an automatic notification when I do the show, the greatest show on earth. The greatest show in the multiverse. My name is Shomari Clarke and I love talking money. Bang! And I love talking crypto. Bang! This is the favorite time of my day. So thank you very much for having me in your home, and I'll see you all next time for another fun fact-filled day of crypto talk. But until then, subscribe here and press the bell. Watch that video there and get your mind right, and I'll see you all next time. My name is Shomari Clarke. Love you guys, and lucky for you, I'm always on duty. Look. Bang. Yes. Love you.